Our today's guest is a life purpose coach, yoga practitioner, and curator of joy, helping people to align their health, career, wealth, relationships with a true purpose. With 11 years of yoga practice and 25 years as a Arhat level yoga Pran Vidya practitioner, she blends ancient wisdom with a practical life transformation. She helps people who appear successful on outside but are searching for a deeper clarity, meaning the inner purpose. A devoted mother of a two and a believer in living purpose through everyday's life. Her philosophy is simple: clarity is healing, purpose is practical, heartfulness is being grounded, and your life should feel like you. Swati, welcome to this podcast.
Thank you so much, Anuradha. I'm feeling so blessed and love your smile.
Amazing. Thank you. Super excited to see you here today and looking forward to learn a lot of insights from your side as well. All right. So, Swati, before we begin, the very first question I have for you is um, with all that experience you carry, right? We are living in the world where everyone is connected, productivity, constantly achieving it, yet there's a feeling of anxiety, emptiness, right? Which I see it's all time high. What do you think humanity is truly searching for?
Anuradha, I'll be very clear on this. Like, humanity in itself is very humane. You know, people are searching for something which they do not need because whatever they are searching for is within them. अपने बोलते हैं कि अपने बाहर जा रहे हैं किसी को कुछ ढूंढने के लिए। एक बहुत ही कॉमन सेइंग है जो हमारे दादी परदादी बताते थे कि मृग किसी को ढूंढने जाता है कोई स्मेल को, जबकि वो स्मेल उसी के नाभि से आ रही है। हिस वी ऑल ऑफ अस, ईच वन ऑफ अस इज सर्चिंग फॉर हैप्पीनेस आउटसाइड, बट अ वेरी कॉमन सेइंग दैट हैप्पीनेस इज इनसाइड. And breath work, the first thing which a child also comes into this earth with is breathing. The child knows nothing else but just breathing.
Hmm.
Breath work is something which I tell all my clients and people whom I interact with, that just concentrate on your breathing. This is the first step to meet you yourself.
Amazing, amazing. Yes, and I think if we are not connected to our own breath, then
Breath.
who else are we connected to? Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, love that. So, the next question I have for you is, what is the most surprising thing that you have learned about happiness after working with hundreds of people?
Anuradha, whoever comes to me, they always have this question that I want to be happy or I want to achieve something more from the life. And
Hmm.
when we work with them, I've just realized one thing, that they do not need anything from the outer world. उनको ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं करना है या कुछ भी ऐसा अचीव नहीं करना है जो उनके आजू बाजू नहीं है, जो उनके अराउंड नहीं है. दे जस्ट नीड टू बी विद देम, बी विद द प्रेजेंट right now. Like right now I am interacting with you, so I should just be interacting with you. I neither should I be in dwell in the past, like thinking last time मेरा podcast कैसा हुआ था, इस बार मेरा अच्छा होना चाहिए, और nor I should be thinking about the future. ये podcast में लोग क्या सोचेंगे, what would people's reaction be. No. So when you are in the present, you are happy.
Hmm.
Just be in the present, no matter wherever you are, but just be in the present, the presence of present.
Amazing. I really love that, Swati. So, Swati, do you truly believe people lose their purpose or do they simply get distracted from it?
What is happening आज के जमाने में, everyone wants to excel in their field.
Yeah.
Everybody wants, even my kid, he or she should also just excel not only in their studies but extracurricular also in all the fields of life. But that is humanly not possible. God has blessed each one of us with minimum one best quality which nobody else in this world has.
Yes.
Even a stopped clock which does not have battery shows right time twice. Like
Hmm.
एक जगह पे सुई रुक गई है, तो that thing is the right time for two times in the entire day, 24 hours. So it's the same way, every one of us, we have been blessed with one innate quality. Whenever I interact with any of my client, I just make them search and make them work on their quality of that. वो क्वालिटी अपना ढूंढो, दैट पैशन ऑफ योर्स, दैट थिंग विच गिव्स यू, यू नो, inert happiness, and then love the world with that. Spread the world about that awareness and everything.
Amazing, amazing, Swati. So, Swati, what is the biggest lie society tell us about success, and what has your own journey taught you instead?
I would say the biggest lie again is that money can buy happiness. I know it is very takiya kalam sab bolte hain, but this is the truth which I have learned through
Hmm.
these years. You know,
Hmm.
money is important. Money is important to live, to have a sustainable life. But at the end of it, what gives you peace is that inert calmness. You
Hmm.
know, you should be satisfied with whatever you are doing. You
Hmm.
should have that एक hit मिलता है, that passionate thing which you do, and you get satisfaction even when you're not earning money. So that is more important in your life than, having money. Of course, money is required. You should love money, you should spread, you should share money with everyone, but your purpose in life should be to go beyond that.
Hmm.
That's what I feel.
Amazing. So, with this, you brought this topic of money, and I have a next question for you. If someone's calendar is full, going all out, totally schedule is tight, their bank account is growing every single month, but their soul feels tired, their soul feels exhausted. According to you, what is life trying to tell them?
More than what life is trying to tell them, I would say that they themselves know, because their body speaks to them. After a point of time, even we have 24 hours of day, but nobody can work for the entire 24 hours. God has only made night after a day. डे में काम करो, रात में सोना भी है. So, people who run after work and money and career success, not taking proper care about their health and fitness, they always come back later. And then they realize कि यार मुझे ध्यान देना चाहिए था, मुझे
Hmm.
थोड़ा फिटनेस पे भी ध्यान देना चाहिए था. Like all our fathers generation, I'll tell, they each one of us, each one of them have their belly protruding before they enter the room. Their belly enters, so they have done so much for us. We are so 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 grateful to them कि they have not even thought about themselves even for a second. They worked entirely for their family, for their kids, for their wife, for their house. But उस बीच में उन्होंने हेल्थ की नहीं ध्यान, and now they are running after some kind of health, कुछ ट्रिक मिल जाए जल्दी से, ये पेट थोड़ा सा कम हो जाए मेरा. But
Hmm.
now it will take a little longer to make it right than if they would have thought it before. So that is the
Absolutely.
thing which I tell ki right time pe right action is very much important.
Absolutely. And I think it is how you treat your body is very, very important, right?
It is your
Because
temple. It is your temple.
absolutely,
Your
absolutely.
soul, your God resides in it. So it is your temple. How clean do you keep your temple? It is the
Yes,
same.
absolutely, absolutely. Great. So the next question I have for you is, many people spend years of asking, you know, what do I really want from life? At what point should we start asking that what does life wants from me?
Very good question, and rather very good. Many people, like when they come to me, they always have this thing in life that, okay, what else should I do to be happy, more success? But then none of them has actually thought that, what point should I stop? Where should I just pause for a second, and then life questions me that what do you want from me now? This is a very nice question, and this is a very I won't say it will be a direct answer, because it differs from each person individually. For some people who are very divine, very spiritual, this question comes very early in their lives and
Hmm.
they start taking life as it comes. For many people who are practical and more, you can say, fanatic and more towards career and more towards achieving and achieving. So for them, it comes a little later in life, but the earlier they realize it, the better for them. But everyone, each one of us has to go through this question.
Absolutely. And one of the things I really want to ask you from my side, Swati, I see a lot of people working successfully at a toppest designation, earning good amount of money, right? But somewhere in their heart, they're not connected to their soul purpose, right? And I see a biggest challenge with people is how to find my purpose and how do I identify that this purpose is right for me. This is what I really, really want to live for the rest of my life. So, what is that you would like to share here?
So, Anuradha, there is this core value concept which we share with my clients. Like,
Hmm.
every individual is very much perfect, I would say, in some areas of their lives. And
Hmm.
the core values, when we actually design and when we actually discover their core values, we tend to know that this person is aligned with this quality or with this behavior type. You know,
Hmm.
some people in photography, some in singing, some in kinesthetic, activity based, some in creativity, some using their mind, intellectual based. So when they know their core values, it becomes very easy for them to align their purpose along with their core values.
Hmm.
Like, for example, I know that I'm a little inclined towards spirituality. Okay, so when I know my core value, it surrounds around spirituality, then I would go for some psychological courses, some, coaching things, and some EFT, Hoponopono, healing modalities. So then I would know my realm. I would know where to focus. And when I start doing more of it, I
Hmm.
start realizing, oh, so this is my passion. This is what makes me much more happier than doing anything which I was doing before.
Yeah.
So these are the things. When you know your core value, you like very, very rarely you also realize your purpose. With your core value, you realize your purpose of life also.
Amazing, amazing. So, would you like to share with the audience what is the difference between intuition and fear? Yes. And how can people learn to hear their inner voice that amidst all the noise and chaos around them?
So I would tell, whenever you face a situation, okay, that situation, first of all, you have to realize that that situation has come into your life either to teach you or to make you grow higher. Okay,
Hmm.
there only two things can happen. Either you go higher, you go to the next step, or else if that situation does not do any good to you, you learn a lesson.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
whenever there is fear, it turns out to be a lesson. And when you're working with your intuition, that okay, I know this is good for me, I know something or the other, I know I'm gonna achieve this, then you go to the next step. So this is the difference between intuition and fear. Fear will always take you a step down.
Hmm.
Maybe you can take it as a learning, but intuition will take you a step higher, higher and higher, because you are connecting yourself to the almighty, that soul, that universe. So
Yes.
intuition will always take you higher.
Amazing, amazing. All right. So, Swati, why do we think people regret more at the end of their life? Uh, Failure or living someone else's version of success?
For this, I'll share this answer with an anecdote of mine. You know,
Hmm.
what do you think? What is the effect of Dettol on your wound? Like, if you put Dettol, what kind of sensation would you feel?
Of course, there's a kind of a tingling, burning sensation
No,
as it
good or bad?
directly. Of course, it is good because it's going to remove that infection. Yes.
That is the after effect, that it is gonna remove that infection. But I'm just asking you, once you put Dettol, what do you feel? जल रहा है और ठंडा लग रहा है?
Of course, jal raha hai.
जल रहा है. So
Yes.
now this notion of everybody who is listening, I'll just break this notion of yours कि डेटॉल लगाने से कभी नहीं जलेगा. Whenever you put Dettol, like this part of mine, it does not have any kind of wound. आप
Hmm.
यहाँ डेटॉल लगाओ, यू विल फील कूलिंग इफेक्ट,
Cooling effect.
विल
Yeah.
फील ठंडा ठंडा. बट
Hmm.
वहीं यहाँ अगर कट हो गया है एंड देन यू पुट डेटॉल, देन इट विल गिव यू दैट sensation, that लग रहा है, जल रहे वाला effect. So
Hmm.
this Dettol theory, I just brought it here. Why? Because we tend to blame people, blame environment, blame situations around us. ये
Hmm.
हुआ ना तो मेरे को बुरा लगा, ये ऐसे किया so I shouted. But the cut is in you. वो डेटॉल है, सामने वाला पर्सन, whoever he or she is, maybe husband, spouse, और parents in laws और kids also. आप बोले वो ऐसा किया, वो गिरा दिया, so I shouted.
Hmm.
But no, आपके यहाँ स्कार है, दैट पर्सन इज डेटॉल. वो आपका स्कार को या तो ठीक करने आ रहा है, या अगर आपके स्कार नहीं है तो आप उससे मिलके बहुत अच्छा फील करोगे. यू
Hmm.
विल फील दैट कूलिंग इफेक्ट फ्रॉम एनीबडी इन दिस वर्ल्ड मीटिंग यू. बिकॉज आफ्टर ऑल ईच वन ऑफ अस इज अ क्रिएशन ऑफ गॉड. So God cannot make one person good and one person bad. God has made everyone good only. Like मेरी आपसे नहीं बनती अनुराधा, so आपकी और सबसे बनती है, सिर्फ मेरे से क्यों नहीं बन रही है? बिकॉज डेटॉल सबको ठंडक दे रहा है, मेरे स्कार है तो मेरे को अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है डेटॉल. So
Hmm.
once you start taking every individual as a Dettol, कि that person, whoever आपके सामने जो भी हो, मे बी ऑफिस ऑफिस कलीग, मे बी रिलेटिव्स, मे बी किथ एंड किन ऑफ योर्स, सामने वाला जिससे भी आपको इशू है, you don't have really good terms with that person, so that person is nothing to do with your mood or behavior. He is just a bottle of Dettol with that cooling sensation. You remove your scar, you make your body perfect, make yourself perfect, and then you will also feel that cooling sensation from that person.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you for sharing that so beautifully. Uh, Coming back to the purpose question, Swati, how do you know when you're following your purpose versus chasing validation?
Very good question, Anuradha, because many of us don't know only. We forget the line only where we are following and where we are chasing.
Hmm.
Many of us tend to forget that line. So there's a very thin line of difference. When you know you're working just for your happiness, you are getting happiness in this form of maybe some materialistic things, or some, you can say, gifts for your own self only. Then it is just chasing. But when your actions give fulfillment to others also, there are people around you who are congratulating you. Wow, Swati, you are doing a great work. And when there are people, your interactive clients, and they are also saying thank you. They are also feeling that difference in their life. Maybe not materialistic all the time, but that feeling of satisfaction, that feeling of happiness. Then only it happens that, you can also say, I'm not chasing only, but I am following my passion. That is the key difference between them. One's happiness or everyone's happiness.
Amazing, amazing. All right. So, Swati, now I'm going to ask you a few questions. Okay. I'm going to say a common belief that we keep hearing from everyone, right? And I just want you to break it, whether it's a myth or truth, right? The first one is follow your passion.
It is a fact. Complete 100% correct fact.
All right. Money buys happiness.
It's a myth. It's a complete myth.
Positive thinking solves everything in your life.
I would say it's a myth, because not only positive thinking, but some action is also required. Along with thoughts, you need to act.
All right. Purpose is something you find.
For this, I would say it is not a myth also, it's not a fact also. Why? Because sometimes you need to find your purpose, and many people, they just know their purpose also. Many souls who are very spiritual, highly spiritual, they know their purpose. They are born with that knowledge. And most of us here, they have to find their purpose.
All right. Healing is always peaceful.
100%. mental, emotional, physical healing is always peaceful.
All right. So with this, Swati, I have few more questions for you. All right, and I really want you to answer them little rapidly.
Okay.
The first question is one word that defines a life well lived.
I would say blessed.
Amazing.
Blessed.
What is the biggest mistake people make while searching for their purpose?
One word would be dishonesty.
Dishonesty. If you could remove one fear from humanity, what would it be?
Fear of dying poor.
Amazing. What is the more dangerous, comfort or chaos?
Comfort. With chaos, we always learn,
All right.
but
I want you
comfort
to
makes you
complete.
complacent. Yeah.
Amazing. I want you to complete this sentence. Purpose begins the moment you stop.
You want me to complete the
Complete this
sentence?
sentence. Yes. Purpose begins the moment you stop.
You stop satisfying your own needs.
Amazing. Amazing. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Swati, for answering those questions. We still have few more questions for you and we would like to learn more from you. Yeah. Swati, tell me one thing. If tomorrow you lost your title, your business, your achievements, and your social identity, who would soulful Swati be?
Even if I lost everything which you mentioned right now, soulful Swati would still be soulful, would still be blessed, would still be grateful. Because whatever I have achieved after so many years, like 40 years of my life,
Hmm.
all these things, they still stay with me. Maybe not in the materialistic form, if you're telling me that, if someday that happens, but it's in me. It's become a part, innate part of me, you can say. And not only me, both my angels, my people who live with me also, my daughters, I met my daughters. Like, the way I speak has changed completely. So, soulful Swati will still be soulful, maybe more peaceful.
Amazing, amazing. All right. So, what is that one mistake almost everyone makes when they are trying to heal?
Whenever one person is trying to heal themselves,
Hmm.
the most common mistake which they always do is they always, look outside. They think healing is outside, but healing begins from within. When we started, I was telling you about your breath. So, the first thing you can heal yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally is by just watching your breath. I always tell my clients, be like a child. And then they ask me, what like a child? I can't be a child. I've grown up now. So I'm like, be a child, meaning adopt all the qualities of a child. The first thing a child does whenever he or she is born is breathe. So we have to concentrate on that breathing. The
Hmm.
next thing which a child does is movement. You can never see a child, a newborn, without moving until and unless the child is sleeping.
Yes.
If the child is not sleeping, he will always, he or she will always move their limbs and everything. They'll always be. So, this movement is now equal to exercise.
Hmm.
When we are grown ups, movement means, some kind of activity. Made Zumba, made dance, made yoga, made some kind of exercise, gymming, anything which you want to do. So,
Hmm.
these are the few things. And then that smile of the newborn.
Yes.
No matter what happens, that smile, whenever you see, like, it is so contagious. I see you smiling, I smile. You see me smiling, you smile. So, it is without even touching anybody, you are gifting that thing. What more can one ask for? So this smile, everybody tells it's the best curve in the world from this year to year and everything. It is a fact. It is a curve which makes everything straight. give a smile to a random person, he'll also smile back to you. Give that smile to a known person जिससे आपका नहीं भी बन रहा हो. Maybe that person will not smile back at you, but that person would understand, okay, अब ठीक है. Now it's better from before. So
Hmm.
a smile solves most of your problems. So these three things I always tell my students that please learn from a child. Breathing, exercising, and smiling. Always.
Amazing. Love that. All right. So, Swati, how do you know when you're following your purpose versus validation? We already spoke about it, yes. But I also want to know for the listeners who are hearing us right now. Yeah, maybe whenever we schedule this podcast, your work for the first time. Could you really tell us more about what you really do, the kind of a transformation you're helping to create in people's life?
So, Anuradha, I'll tell you, I myself am a woman who is married into an arranged family, like arranged marriage हुआ था हमारा, and now it's gonna be 14, 15 years of my marriage now. It's
Hmm.
14 plus. So, whenever we come into this house, whenever a person, a female gets married, there are a lot of expectations from her. A lot of expectations, especially in an arranged marriage, I would say.
Hmm.
But what happens while fulfilling those expectations, that female just forgets her own self. Like if you ask our mothers, Mama, आपको कौन सा सब्जी बहुत पसंद है? They will have to think. They forgot themselves. They forgot their favorites. They forgot what do they like to do. मम्मा अभी फ्री टाइम है, what do you want to do? They don't have an answer. तुमको जो पसंद है वो कर लो.
Hmm.
So we as like the you can say this generation, we are a little awakened. I won't say fully, but yes, we are a little awakened. So instead of being the matchstick जो पहले खुद जली and then फिर और obviously if you are burning yourself you will have the repercussions on the people around you. You will be burning the people around you also. Burning as in कभी बच्चों को डांट दिया, कभी पति से झगड़ा, कभी कहीं पे, so वो that women वाला thing. But now I always ask each and every individual, the women, to be not the matchstick but the diya or a candle. A diya does not burn itself. A diya lights up others. A candle does not burn itself fully like a matchstick.
Hmm.
It just lights up others' lives.
Hmm.
And in the process, the candle or the diya also is enlightened. So we ought to help each other, especially women. A women should ought to help each others. Like anybody starting their business from home, like we coaching each other. Like it is very important for a woman to help another woman. Very, very important.
Absolutely. So, with this, Swati, if anybody is reaching out to you where they are feeling lost, they are feeling stuck, they're not really feeling connected to themselves, how would you really help the person? What is a community support that you provide uh, to your community? Yes, Swati.
Yes, I don't know what
Right.
happened.
So, my question to you is anyone who is coming to you where they're not finding, their true connection with themselves, how do you really, really help people in your community? What kind of hand holding support do you provide? And how safe they feel uh, when they come to you?
Thank you for the question, Anuradha. This question is very, special for me because whenever a person comes to me, the first thing which I tell them is that have 100% total surrendering faith on God. You
Hmm.
have to trust every action of God. You have to trust whatever is happening in your life. That faith in God should be inevitable. That story that whatever happens, happens for the best, not good, but best. I'll share very small story with you. So there was this king, and he had a minister who always used to say, whatever happens, happens for the best. Whatever happens, happens for the best. So the king, by mistake, cut his finger. And even then, the minister is saying, whatever happens, happens for the best. The king became really angry. My finger is cut, and this person, this bloody fool, is telling me that it is also happening for the best. What kind of a, well wisher is he? Put him into jail. So he put the minister into jail. Then, like any other day, he went to the forest for hunting purpose and everything. He lost his way. The tribals caught him, and they were about to, just sacrifice him for their Almighty God and everything. But one of the tribals just noticed that he had his finger cut, and he was like, "We can't offer you as a sacrifice
Hmm.
because you are not full. We can offer only a full thing to our God." See, I'm getting goosebumps when I'm saying this. Oh God. Whenever I share, I get goosebumps. So after saying that, they were like, "Just go. You are of no use to us, just go." The king came running and straight away went to the jail and just told the minister, "You were right. Whatever happens, happens for the best. See, if my finger was not cut, my whole thing would be cut. I would have been chopped into pieces." Minister told, "See, I always tell you the same, sir." But then the king asked, "You tell me, whatever happens, happens for the best. But what best did happen to you? You were put into jail and you were saying good things only to me." Then the minister answered, "If I would have been with you, even I would have gone with you into the forest. We both would have been caught, and then the tribals would have left you and picked me and sacrificed me in front of their Almighty God. So, whatever happens, happens for the best." So, no, it is destined. You just have to, have that, you know, not just full faith on God, full faith. And then you have to also know that, अब जैसे people, I would also add one more thing here. आज का टाइम वैसा हो गया ना अनुराधा कि people start blaming outside things or other people in their lives for whatever is happening in their life. So, I just tell them, take responsibility of your life. Even to a child who's 5, 7, 8 years old, I tell them, my daughter, like, no, you have done it. You wanted it. It is your responsibility. You have to claim responsibility of whichever action you are taking in your life. Because once you start this blame game, some initially it's on your parents, then it's your friends, then it's your husband or spouse, then it's your family, then friends, then colleagues. You live your life just blaming people.
Yes.
But blaming is never the answer. You have to take responsibility of your life.
Hmm.
And then only you can achieve success also.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Swati, would you really like to talk with the audience about the vision and mission you are sharing to be able to inspire so many lives?
Yes, my motto in life, you can say my vision in life is to empower each and every woman around me. Make them self-sufficient not only emotionally but financially too. They should not be dependent on any other person. I'm not saying only on husbands, but on any other person, not even their parents.
Hmm.
They should do something for their parents, both financially as well as emotionally, mentally, in all ways they can. As it is, women claimed women are always addressed as nurturers. So, why not nurture in their own providing ways?
Absolutely, absolutely. Great. All right. So, before we wrap up, Swati, for the listeners, yes, uh, what message would you like to leave if somebody is feeling lost right now? Where should they begin today? If you would like to share your insights.
Anuradha, again, I'm going back to the first point which I gave, breath work. The first thing, like even if you are angry, I would say, even if you're hurt, upset, just cut off from that place. Like the easy way is move out. You are having a bad discussion with someone, move out. Leave that space. Sometimes that space also has that energy. You have to increase your energy frequency. You have to just leave that space, go to some space. I'm not telling mandir or some spirituality thing, but just move out from that space. And then you see, when you watch your breath, just sit down for a minute and just watch your breath. I'm not saying more, just watch. Just open hands, back straight, eyes closed, and then inhale from your mouth and exhale inhale from your nose and exhale slowly from your mouth. Very slowly. Inhale from your nose. Exhale slowly from your mouth. Inhale from your nose. Exhale slowly from your mouth. Last time, inhale from your mouth. Exhale slowly from your... I said mouth again, my bad. Thank you. I myself am feeling so calm.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing this magical gift with each one of us. So, Swati, thank you so much for being with us today and sharing so many insights, Swati. Truly blessed to have you here today. And to our listeners, may you have a courage to live a life that feels authentic, meaningful, and deeply aligned with who you truly are. Yes. Until next time, stay inspired, stay purposeful, and keep shining.
Thank you so much, Anuradha. Means a lot. Keep your smile intact. You are, enriching so many people around you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Stay blessed and keep shining.
Thank you so much, Swati.
Ram Ram. Namaste.
Namaste. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my podcast and share it with your friends and family, one woman at a time. I'm on a mission to build a community of a thriving women. Thank you very much for taking your time to listening to this podcast, and I'll see you in the next show. Now go out there and do something that truly inspires you.